Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make some delicious barbecue pork buns. Very easy to make, so let's begin the recipe. So first I'm going to show you guys my dough recipe. Then I will be showing you guys my char siu filling, which I will be just using some pork chops to make with. So yeah, then we just wait for the dough to rise and merge the filling into the dough, and then we oven it, and then we got some delicious char siu buns to be served for any occasion, dinner or lunch or anything. But anyways, let's begin the recipe. Okay guys, so over here I got a Kenwood mixer over here. So here's my mixing bowl. I'll be using the mixer to make this dough. So first I got over here 250 ml of warm full cream milk over here. So I just popped it in the microwave for like about 50 seconds. So yeah, it's warm. So we're first going to pour this in. Okay, next I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. White or brown sugar doesn't matter, just add that into the warm milk. Now over here I got a packet of instant dry yeast. No, just instant yeast over here, which is 7 grams. So just pour that in here. Now you just get a whisk, just give a little whisk like that. And make sure the milk is warm, guys, because if the milk is cold, it won't activate. So now we're just going to leave this for about 10 minutes to let it froth up before we add in our dry ingredients. Okay guys, so it has been around 8 minutes. As you can see, the yeast over there is frothed up. So now we're going to add in our dry ingredients. So first I'll be adding in 500 grams of white bread flour over here. So this is 250 grams. 250 grams. Let's add in half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, now we're going to crack in 1 egg. So this egg is at room temperature. If you took your eggs out from the fridge, just get some warm water and put the egg into the warm water to get it at room temperature. So yeah, just crack in 1 egg. Okay, now I'm going to place this on my standalone mixer. Just going to mix this up with my dough hook. Okay, let's just start it slowly to mix. We're just going to mix this until all the ingredients are formed up into a dough ball. Then we will add in some butter. Okay guys, I'm just going to let this knead for about 5 to 7 minutes until it forms up, and then we'll add in the butter. Okay guys, the dough has been kneaded for 5 minutes. Let's tune it down. Now we can add in our butter. Okay guys, so over here I got 50 grams of unsalted butter over here. If your butter is too hot, just pop it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. So we're just going to put this in here. And now we're just going to let this knead for about 10 minutes. The butter is going to get that delicious soft buns that you want. If you don't add in the butter, you're just going to end up with some dry buns, guys. So you gotta have some good butter over here. Okay, I'm just gonna let this knead for 10 minutes. I might increase the speed if I have to, so just check on it, guys. Okay guys, so I had to like increase the speed to like level 3 because it wasn't like forming up. So yeah, now it's doing better. As you can see, it's forming up into that dough ball that we want. So yeah, I'm just going to let this knead on high speed for the next 5 minutes. So total of 10 minutes until it forms a ball. before we cover it with a cling wrap to let it rise for about 2 to 3 hours. Okay guys, so I've been kneading this dough over here for around 10 minutes on different kind of speed so it can form up. So you can see it's very elastic now. This is what you're looking for. See this? Just tear off a piece. See guys, this is what you're looking for. It must be elastic like this, so around 10 minutes. You can see this. If you want good bread, the dough has to be elastic. Check that out. This is what you're looking for. If you need it for like 5 minutes and you take it out and it's not like this, your bread won't be that good guys. So yeah, look at that. So nice. Now we're just going to shrink it in, make it into a ball. If you didn't knead your dough very good, it won't look like this guys. You have to do it at least 10 minutes on high to medium speed on your dough mixer. If you're using your hands, you gotta do a lot of kneading guys. So look at that, perfect round dough ball over here. So yeah, now I'm just going to brush a little bit of oil on this so it doesn't stick, and then I'm just going to cling wrap this and let it rise for about 2 to 3 to 4 hours. It doesn't matter. So yeah. Okay guys, so let's make our char siu filling. So over here I got about 6 slices of pork chops over here. You can use any pork you like. I'm just using pork chops here. So first we're going to marinate the meat. So I'm just going to add in half a teaspoon of salt. Sprinkle some white pepper. Just add in a few teaspoons of sugar. Let's add in half a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice powder. Okay guys, over here I got some fermented red bean curd over here. This is very tasty. So I'm going to add in 1 cube over here. And then just a few teaspoons of this red sauce over here. Then you'll get that red color guys. Okay, just like that. Let's also drizzle a little bit of Chinese rice wine. Just a little bit. About 1 tablespoon. Drizzle some olive oil. Okay, now let's just put on a glove and let's just mix this up. See this fermented red bean curd over here. Let's crush it up. Let's mix the meat. We are going, after we mix this up, we are going to just let this marinate for about 20 minutes, and then we will pop it into the air fryer to dry it out, and then we'll cut it into little square cubes, and then we'll make our char siu sauce to combine the meat with the sauce. And then we'll let it chill in the fridge, and then by then the dough should be ready. We'll fill it up with this delicious char siu filling. Then voila, we oven it, and then we get some delicious char siu bao over here. Okay, just let this sit in the fridge to marinate for 20 minutes. Then we'll pop this in the air fryer. Okay guys, it's time to air fry our pork. So here's my 10-liter air fryer over here. Just going to layer the pork over here, and then we will air fry this. So we're just going to air fry this until it's the meat is well cooked and dry, and then we can cut it up. Okay guys, so I just air fried this for 10 minutes on one side at 200 degrees Celsius. You can see it's starting to get dry. Let's just flip it around and air fry it for another 10 minutes. Then this meat should be ready. Nice. You can smell that fermented red bean curd flavor and that Chinese 5-spice. Okay, I'll pop this in the air fryer for another 10 minutes, then we can cut this up. Okay guys, so my air fryer pork chops are ready. Let's take them out. We're just going to cut them up into little cubed pieces. So the pork chop has this thick skin layer that we don't want, so I'm just going to cut this off. See that little dry pork skin over here. Check out this pork chop over here. Nicely dried and roasted in the air fryer. Now we're going to make sure we thinly cut the pork chops over here. We want very tiny thin cubed. I wonder if I put it in a food processor, would it do a good job? But that is the lazy method. Just do this, cut it into thinly slices. Okay, so I'm just going to do this for the rest of the pork chops, then we can start to prepare the sauce. Okay guys, so I cut up all my char siu over here. As you can see, this is 6 pork chops. Just check that out. And now we can make the sauce. Okay guys, so over here I chopped up, I diced up 2 small onions over here. We're first going to brown them on our pan. So we're just going to let this slowly cook on the pan. But first we're going to just give it a quick sprinkle of salt. A quick sprinkle of white pepper. And then just add in half a teaspoon of sugar. Just give it a little mix. Okay guys, let's just let this cook for 5 minutes slowly so it can brown and soften up. Okay guys, you can see it has browned a bit. So now we will add in other spices and ingredients. So I'm going to add in 1 heaped teaspoon of crushed garlic. I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder. Just give that a little mix. Okay, continue to just let it cook until the onions get very soft. Okay, it should be good. Now we're going to just add in a little bit of water. But first, let's just drizzle a little bit of Chinese rice wine. We're not going to add in a lot of water because we want a thick sauce to coat the pork chops that we just cut up. Just pour in a little bit of water just to create a little good sauce. Okay, now let's just add in some sauces. So first, I'm going to drizzle some oyster sauce all around. Gonna drizzle a little bit of soy sauce all around. You must remember soy sauce is salty, so don't add too much. Now I'm also going to drizzle some mushroom dark soy sauce to give it that darkish color. Just a few drops. Just give that a little mix. If the color is too light, you can add in more mushroom dark soy sauce. Okay, over here I got a little slab of Chinese brown sugar. I'm just going to add this in so it can dissolve. If you don't have this, you can just add normal sugar. Just add in like a few teaspoons at a time so that you can get that correct sweetness that you like for your pork filling over here. So I'm just going to let the sugar melt in here for now. Okay, now I'm going to add in some hoisin sauce. So I'm just going to add in 2 heaped teaspoons. And I also got some char siu sauce over here. I'm also adding in 2 teaspoons. There you go. Okay, now we'll just wait for this sugar over here, this brown sugar, to dissolve into the sauce. Okay, the sugar is almost dissolved. There's just a few little small pieces left. Now we can just sprinkle some spring onions on top. Let's mix that in. Just make sure that sugar is dissolved first. Let's just give a little taste. Guys, if you try my recipe, you're gonna get this authentic Hong Kong, China kind of dim sum taste over here. It's so nice. I think it's also because of this Chinese brown sugar. If you use normal brown sugar, the taste will be a bit different. It won't be as authentic as using the Chinese brown sugar over here. Still not dissolved, still these little pieces over here. But it's fine. The longer we cook it here, the onions will get more softened. And yeah, you'll release more flavors. I love the taste. Okay guys, so as you can see, it's a bit saucy, so I also prepared a little cornstarch slurry. I used 2 heaped teaspoons of cornstarch slurry mixed with some water. Now we're going to add it into this to thicken it up. Okay, let's add this in. You must keep on mixing or else it will burn. Nice, you can see the sauce is very thick now. It's almost like doughy kind of thick. You only tune down the heat once you get the correct thickness of the sauce that you like. I like mine to be more thicker. And now I'm going to tune off the heat. Nice. Okay. Now we can dump this into our pork. Look at how thick that is. This is what consistency you're looking for, guys. Yes. Just dump it into our pork. So here's my chopped up pork pieces. Let's just dump this in. Wow, look at that. This is the thickness that you want. If your sauce is too saucy, once you bake your buns, the sauce will be flowing out of the buns and you don't want that. Just want this thick kind of sauce consistency here. Now, let's just give this a quick mix. The Char Siu over here. The air fryer pork chops cut into pieces. Nice. You don't want to like cook the pork chops, the pork pieces with the sauce, because when you do that, the pork is going to be releasing more of its oils, its juices out of it, and you don't want that, guys. So yeah, you see, look at how thick this is now with the pork pieces. This is what we want, guys. Then this won't even flow out of the baked buns once it's ovened. This is what we're looking for. Nice. Okay guys, so now I'm just gonna let this cool down. After this cool down, I'm just gonna put some plastic sheet on top and just pop it in the fridge to let cool down for about 2 hours. And then we can start to make our buns. Just check that out. Wow. Okay. This is my sauce recipe. Okay guys, let's check out our dough. Check that out. It has been like proofing for 3 hours now, so yeah, it looks like this. If you're proofing over 3 hours, I don't suggest that, because the dough is going to shrink down and you will taste like sour and alcoholic kind of taste. So maximum 3 hours you can proof this. So now it's time to make our buns. I also got my Char Siu over here that I placed in the fridge. It has cooled down completely. Let's take this out. Let's make our buns. After we make our buns, we'll need to let it rise again. Okay, so first we're going to just dust our surface with some bread flour. Lightly dusted. Okay, so our dough, we can just punch the air out. Let's take out the dough. See, luckily I oiled the mixer bowl over here, or else it would have been sticking onto the bowl. Okay guys, I'm just going to dust some flour on top. Okay, just flatten it out. Let's see how many buns we can make. I want to make like smaller buns. I don't want like huge buns because sometimes you can't finish it. So let's just stretch it out like this so we can cut it up. Cut it up and then make it into smaller balls. Okay, let's cut it up. Okay, we can make 13 buns. Not all of them will be the same size because some is, you can see the end parts is a bit more smaller. So yeah, let's just roll them up into balls and then add in our filling. It's a quick method. It's going to rise up anyway, so it doesn't need to be like a perfect roundness. If you leave the dough out for too long, it'll dry out, so you need to be a bit fast. Setting the filling. I always like to put a thumb to press the meat downwards. Just make sure the base is just like sealed up. And yeah, voila. Just shape it up like this. Quick. Okay guys, as you can see, I've done all of them. Just like in 5 to 10 minutes, just check at that. So now I just cling wrap this baking tray over here. In total, we'll be making 13 buns over here. Different sizes, but almost the same. So yeah, now we're just going to let this proof for another, let it rise for maybe 30 to 45 minutes until it's a bigger size before we do the egg wash and pop it into the oven. Okay, let's just let this rise. Okay guys, let's make our egg wash. So over here, I'm just going to crack in 1 egg. I'm going to add in a little bit of milk, so about 1 tablespoon. Just like that. Then I'm going to add in half a teaspoon of brown sugar. Now we're just going to whisk this up nicely. And this should give the buns a very beautiful brownish color. So we're going to brush this onto the buns on top, but make sure it doesn't drip onto the tray or else the buns don't rise once it's in the oven. After 10 minutes, we're going to take it out and we're going to brush it again, and then you'll get that very beautiful color on the buns. And then later on, I'm going to make a sweet honey glaze to glaze the buns once it's ovened nicely. And then top it with a bit of sesame seeds. So yeah, just like that, you get a little silicone brush and we'll brush it onto the buns. The buns has risen already, so let's do this. Okay guys, check out these buns, look at that, it has risen a lot. Let's brush the egg wash on top of it. Let's take off the cling wrap. Okay, nice. Let's layer the buns properly on the tray because it might rise when it's in the oven. Okay, let's brush some of this egg wash. You don't want to brush too much and let it drip down to the tray because it will prevent the buns from rising. So just a quick, easy brush on top. And after 10 minutes, we'll pop these back out and then give it a final brush. So now I'm preheating my oven to 107 degrees Fahrenheit using a convection fan oven. Okay, just a quick brush, and now we can pop it into our oven. Okay, should be preheated. So I'm going to place it at the second last layer so that it's not too elevated on top of the filament or else it will burn. Okay, let's pop these buns in. There's a fan inside, it will distribute the heat nicely. Now we can just check on the time for 10 minutes, then we can glaze the buns again. Okay guys, it has been 10 minutes. Let's do our final glaze. Okay, let's pop these back in the oven, but first we're going to sprinkle a bit of sesame seeds on top. Okay, let's make our honey glaze. So first, we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of water. Then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sugar. Now I'm going to pop this into the microwave and let it dissolve. Okay, so I just popped it in the microwave for 20 seconds and then heat up the water, and then now the sugar is dissolved. Now we can just add in some honey. Doesn't matter how much you like, just for that sweetness. Now we're just going to give it a good mix. Okay, so once the buns are ready, we will glaze this on top of the buns. And then we'll get that delicious restaurant style barbecue pork buns that we love. Okay, because when the buns are hot, the sugar will get dissolved and it will dry out quicker. So yeah, so let's just wait for the buns to come out. Okay guys, the buns are ready. Just check that out. Total time 15 minutes. Okay, now we can just glaze the buns with our sweet honey glaze. Wow guys, voila! Let's check that out. Wow. Just look at these gorgeous, colorful buns. So easy and delicious to make. Can't wait to open one of these to show you guys the inside. Wow. Nice. Let's let this cool down, then I'll open one for you guys. Okay guys, these are my delicious honey glazed char siu bao via oven baked. Hopefully it tastes like the restaurant style. Let's just see. Wow, if you touch the skin, it's sticky and gooey thanks to that honey glaze that we put on. Smells so good. Let's just open it up. Just open it up. Woohoo! Wow, let's check that out. Smells so good. Wow, look at that. The insides. Wow, let's grab a bite. So delicious. The bun is also nice and soft. Wow, guys. Hope you guys give this recipe a try and let me know how it went. Wow, the bun is so soft. The outer layer is also very sugary and tasty. Wow, this is absolutely delicious. Guys, if you enjoyed my recipe, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Turn on your notifications for future upcoming videos, and please don't forget to also like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks guys for watching.